Control 562.
It's a bittersweet moment for Idaho State Police Sergeant Mike Wendler.
After nearly 2 decades of dedicated service, it is with mixed emotions that I bid ISP farewell.
He's been a trooper for 17 years with District 4 in Jerome.
It has been an honor and a privilege.
And now he's medically retired.
The doctors have told me I cannot be in law enforcement anymore.
Mike sits alongside his wife, Amy. EastIdahoNews.com interviewed her over a year ago.
This has changed my life, my husband's life, my children's life forever.
She's talking about what happened on September 8th, 2022. Mike responded to a vehicle fire on Interstate 84 and was hit by a vehicle while directing traffic. Police said the driver took a picture of the fire scene and had failed to notice other cars slowing.
Mike was airlifted here to Eastern Idaho Regional Medical Center in Idaho Falls with critical injuries. He stayed for 22 days.
Mike's best friend recalls that day and was terrified as he was riding in the air ambulance with him.
The ride itself was smooth, but it was the longest flight of my life.
As Mike reflects back, he doesn't remember being hit or much of his hospital stay.
So one day I was kayaking with the family on the river, and the next day I woke up in the hospital and there was a post-it note that said, "You've been hit by a car." And I remember going, what? What is going on? I'm so confused.
It's a miracle he survived.
I am so incredibly thankful to be here, to be a husband and a father still.
He was hoping he could come back as a trooper, but due to a traumatic brain injury along with a hand that doesn't fully function, it's led him.
The first thing we're going to do is we're going to award Mike with the Purple Heart.
Here, troopers from his district and across the state celebrated him.
He's going to be missed. He was caring, loving, compassionate. He loved serving people. This man bleeds ISP.
He was given certificates, a milepost with his badge number, among other accolades.
We're here about Mike, but Mike would not be here with us if it weren't for Amy.
Amy was recognized too and given a certificate of appreciation. Governor Brad Little made a special visit, echoing sentiments made about Amy. He talked about the brotherhood of Idaho State Police.
There's a lot of great things about Idaho, but you cannot deny the magnitude of the professionalism of the law enforcement community. And Mike and Amy epitomize that.
Then, Amy unpinned Mike's badge, signifying his retirement. Being in a crowd like this is challenging due to the injuries he's endured.
He's got to wear glasses and headphones, and it's hard to go to many places.
But he's come a long way.
The other day, I thought back a year from today, and I was overwhelmed with how far we've come. Now, I think the biggest stressors are his emotional extremes from the overstimulation.
He keeps positive with the help of his wife as he continues to heal.
There's been hundreds, if not thousands of appointments. It's been insane. We had a motto about it because I survived. And we always said, we don't have to, we get to.
As for the driver that did this to Mike,
this was a mistake.
He knows there have been lessons learned.
It led to a terrible outcome. I would just encourage people to not be hateful.
Mike and Amy are working toward creating stricter penalties when drivers cause significant injuries to people. They are coordinating with local legislators, stakeholders, and the governor's office to draft legislation.
Try to remember to stay off your phone. A big thing we can do to lower that risk is don't drive distracted, don't drive impaired, and wear our seatbelts.
Though Mike isn't sure what's next in his life.
I don't know what God has for me or where he's taking us, but we'll see the way eventually.
There's something out there for him, and he's grateful.
Final out of service at 16:32.
In Jerome, Andrea Olson, EastIdahoNews.com.